Meteorologist Grace Thornton break down how serious this could be. She's outside of an Austin fire station with more details on that. Grace, what can you tell us?
Yes, Jordan, it's starting to pick up out here. Those winds are very gusty, meaning that we have high wildfire danger today. We're here with Austin Fire with Jonathan Wright, a wildfire mitigation specialist who, of course, specializes in days like today. Jonathan, what do you want people to think about when they leave their house today and it's so windy, a little bit chilly, very dry?
Our fire weather today is at an extreme. The concern there is if you're doing regular outdoor activity, be very mindful of where you're performing that activity. High grass, anything that looks like it may pose a potential fire danger is at a critical level. And that's our big concern. Our big takeaway today is making awareness prevalent to the community for just operating normally throughout the day.
Yeah, and speaking of operations, does Austin Fire have any preps that they, brought in today to prepare for a day like this? You might get extra calls or something like that?
So there are times where we do upstaffing, but as of right now, we don't necessarily have upstaffing. The city of Austin, specifically Austin Fire Department, has an auto mutual aid agreement with our local county as well as state departments. We respond to all wildfire hazards and emergency services in the area equally, and we do a great job of effective firefighting. But today is just a normal day for AFD and all of our partners. Our big concern is that the public needs to be aware and be mindful of their activities for the day.
Yeah, and what sort of activities do people need to be more responsible today when they're doing?
Absolutely. So a large thing that our consideration is based towards is landscaping or any kind of work outside in tall grass, sometimes welding a fence, or even just cleaning around the house using your weed whacker or lawnmower may provide a lot of friction or start up a small ignition that may transfer to your fence or may cast embers down the road and start a small spot fire in someone's lawn. That's kind of our concern for the day.
Yeah, and you were telling me a little bit about some dangers you're thinking about for houses around and some of those embers that could travel.
Absolutely, yeah. So what we like to make people mindful of is that 80 to 90% of homes consumed by wildfire are from ember incursion. An ember is a piece of incendiary material being traveled or carried with the wind up to 1.5 miles away and now finding purchase in your gutter, in your leaf bed, something that's around the house that is easily combustible. And especially with the high winds drying out a lot of our vegetation, a lot of the vegetation itself is much more critically ignitable. And that's our big concern is if you're outside doing some kind of work, be mindful if you're in tall grass. Be mindful if you're operating any kind of machinery.
Okay, gotcha. Anything else that you want to tell our viewers today that you can think of?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Austin Fire Department can come out and do an evaluation for your home. We call it a structural ignition zone evaluation. You can find that on our website, ATX Wildfire, and we can provide you recommendations and notes to better mitigate your fire risk.
Okay, got you. Thank you very much. All right, Grace Thornton with KVUE News reporting live.